This moment right now is so bittersweet because this was the grand finale of season 1 for One Punch Man. And it was just fucking phenomenal. Oh my god. It had the humor. It had the epicness. It had the slightly emotional, few scenes, with Boros lying there on the ground and just, praising Saitama, saying, "You're that match that I finally met." And it was just a mixed bag of emotions. But at the same time, we don't even know if we're gonna get a season 2 to expand on all the questions that were left after this episode. Madhouse basically laid down the groundwork for a season 2 if they so decide to do one, but it's just so up in the air right now. But let's start from the beginning. We have Saitama and Boros going straight in, not even wasting time. Madhouse knew that if you were coming into episode 12, fresh out of episode 11, you want to see that shit fly already. You want to see the epic animation, the awesome fight scenes, and they gave it to us. They fucking gave it to us. Saitama versus Boros. I'm so glad that Boros was able to shine by just bashing the shit out of Saitama, and Saitama not just ending it in the usual one punch. Whatever punches he did get on Boros, while they did maim him to some degree, like when Boros lost his arm, Boros still didn't go down. Each time Saitama just blasted him backwards, Boros would get straight back up, turn into some new fucking form, and turn into a Pikachu, Blanca, Kamehameha mix, and just keep going in on Saitama. And Saitama was just taking it, and taking it, and taking it, and still, he was not fazed by it. I mean, it was just, this fight was epic. It was epic beyond a shadow of a doubt. It was nice seeing Saitama getting blasted all the way to the moon, and he's fucking looking around oh shit, bro. Oh, okay, I'm going in, and he just dives straight back into the Earth's atmosphere, and he just scares the shit out of fucking Boros. Boros is just giving him that tiny pupil ass stare when in anime, whenever someone's just scared shitless or surprised beyond belief, he's just yo man, stop. And even though Saitama might have not gone all out in this episode like a lot of us were hoping for, he still gave us a signature move that we hadn't seen up until now. Even though it's kind of the same, he did his once in a lifetime serious punch, and it was serious. He did it to kill, he did it to just destroy whoever was his target, and it was just epic beyond belief. He even had that Gomu Gomu Gatling gun attack, and it was just awesome to see these new moves that Saitama was probably holding in his belt for a worthy opponent, because every person that he fought before this, they would just die in one punch, so he wouldn't even need to throw out some fucking gum shit or a serious punch attack. So all in all, epic fight scene, awesome animation, awesome art. It's a typical Madhouse praise. But what I want to get into right now is the questions that were left behind with Genos and Amai Mask. Starting off with Genos, one of the cyborg S-class heroes, during the middle of the fight, was basically telling him, yo, Metal Knight is your enemy. And for those of you that don't remember, way back in episode 2 or 3, whichever one Genos appeared in, the main reason why Genos was a cyborg was because of some deadly cyborg villain thing that came into his city and destroyed it and everything, and that was his whole reason for becoming a hero, to try and hunt down this guy, kind of pulling off a Sasuke Uchiha shit, doing a vendetta. Now the real question is Metal Knight the cyborg that Genos has been trying to hunt down? Because the cyborg that talked to Genos in this episode was telling him, yo, Metal Knight is your enemy. So it begs the question, does Metal Knight know the cyborg that, caused this to happen to Genos? Or maybe is he the cyborg that did all that shit to Genos? I have no idea. And maybe it's even explained in the manga, but I want to find answers to these questions, and God, it's shit like this that makes me want Madhouse to do a season 2, because now they're building up the lore of One Punch Man. We're getting answers to things that we didn't even bother asking ourselves since the beginning of the episode with the whole series. Because I mean, how many times have I asked myself during One Punch Man, oh, where's that cyborg that fucked up Genos? Not once, because I was having fun the whole entire ride. And now that the ride's over, now we're getting questions that we should have been asking ourselves possibly the whole series. We should have been asking. I should have been asking. So I definitely want to see where Genos' character is going to go from here, whether he's going to confront Metal Knight or finding the cyborg tied to Metal Knight. Who knows? I'm super excited about that. Now going into Amai Mask. Now, I don't know what to draw on this guy, because before I just saw him as like, you know, the rival of Genos while he was kind of low S rank but kind of close to A rank a little bit with Amai mask, and I thought he was just like a one-off person, like, you know, he's the pretty boy that takes advantage of the social media and basically bumps up his celebrity status because of his hero status. But when he came in after City A was annihilated and the threat was taken care of, man, Amai Mask was throwing in shade at all the S-class heroes, at Metal Bat. Metal Bat wasn't having it. I was like, he was like, no, bro, you better shut your damn mouth, because Amai Mask was pulling off that crap that that one kid pulled off back when Deep Sea King was annihilated from Saitama. And he was like, yo, what are these S-class heroes, A-class heroes getting knocked out for, man? We're paying for these guys to protect us. Amai Mask was pulling some shady shit. And he even annihilated those like group of aliens. I think they were surrendering or they were tied up or something. And he just went... Like didn't even give him time to respond. So Amai Mask, even though I had my suspicions about him before in the beginning of the series, he's getting shady as fuck right now, because he's seemingly more powerful than we thought him to be, because he was rank A and there's like, what, like 20, 50 S-class heroes, so you think like, oh, they could all easily take out Amai Mask, but apparently he's saying, yo man, I could beat S-class like that. I could beat all your asses, and I swear I wanted to see just a glimmer of what this guy can actually do. But then that Metal Knight pod came in and it just basically like just shut down that whole ordeal between him and Metal Bat. So yeah, big questions brought up in this episode, but ultimately left unanswered for either viewers to just read the manga, read the webcomic, or just wait patiently for a season 2. I just don't think there's enough content for a season 2, because I think there's only like 100 or so chapters. I could be wrong, but man, like I can't wait for this. I need to read the manga now and find out these answers. But if this indeed was the last season of One Punch Man, the only season we're gonna get, which I hope is not true, but if this is indeed the last season, it was one hell of a ride. One Punch Man, by far the best anime of 2015, hands down. It was funny, it was epic, it had some emotional bits every now and then, which was like a twist, because you don't expect this from a type of anime that One Punch Man was going for. So overall rank of the series, 10 out of 10. Like this episode, 10 out of 10. You know what, the whole series, 11 out of 10. This series was just so fun to watch. I look forward to every Sunday to watch a new episode of One Punch Man, and I never regretted it, because it just, like, if I was having a bad day, One Punch Man would just like bring a smile on my face, and it was amazing. It was fucking phenomenal, amazing. If you haven't seen One Punch Man, watch it right now, because you will not regret it. But let me know what you all think in the comments below. Did you think this was a proper season or series finale to the One Punch Man lore? I thought it was fucking awesome, but let me know what you all think. What do you think of Amai Mask? Like, what's Metal Knight's connections with the Cyborg? Maybe if there is any connection at all, and why he's an enemy to Genos. I want to hear your thoughts down below. But that is all that I have for this video. If you enjoyed it at all, or even this episode in general, even the series of One Punch Man at all, leave a thumbs up down below. It helps a lot, and I would really greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, there you go. You got an excuse right now. Click that subscribe button and stay up to date with all of my future content and videos. Oh man, I'm Ajax the Mister, and I'm gonna miss this shit. I'm gonna miss One Punch Man. Oh man. Thanks for watching.